What would be the demands of the anti-lockdown movement, so-called? Well, it's quite obvious what the demands would be. An end to all lockdowns, and no future guarantees of no future lockdowns. No vaccine mandates. Certainly for people under 65, no requirements at all. And these are obvious claims, but the third one I think is bringing those responsible for um, vaccine apartheid and lockdowns to justice. Permanent exclusion from public life is a minimum, and uh, I'd say prosecution. They must be prosecuted and held to account. That includes politicians, parts of the medical establishment, all sorts, all people responsible for this. And it's not these aren't, wild sort of conspiracist beliefs. This is just holding public officials and people in NGOs, various medical establishments and journalists and others to account. If I came up with an idea that occurred to me, if we held all the people responsible for Iraq responsible and prosecuted them and dealt with them in the appropriate way, I don't think there would have been lockdowns, because I think they may have retreated from that. Maybe it was a too big a bridge to cross. They may have been worried about what actually waging war on humanity, basically, particularly in Australia, Canada, China in particular. That would be a very difficult place to get any justice, because it's just the system over there is not conducive to it. But perhaps in Canada and Australia, in particular Andrews and Berejiklian, and to a lesser extent Palaszczuk, Gowan, held them accountable. Maybe we might have avoided this situation. It did occur to me, if some severe measures had been handed out to the people responsible for that debacle. But it's the demands are very obvious and clear, and they should really be enacted. It's not out of any spirit of vengeance. You see, Moliere, the great man, said out of spirit of justice, not out of revenge, any notion of revenge. It's holding elites to account for their behaviours. And if you don't believe in that, you're no use. These Antifa guys, the Tom Tanuki, and these other guys I've been talking about, they don't believe in holding the ruling class to account. They seem to get upset by any sort of notion of holding them to account. I don't know why that is. I don't understand it. These people, I've just been trying to understand them, but I just don't. I don't understand them at all. So there must be accountability. Something must be done about these people, and they must be brought to justice. An example must be set for future actions, and this must happen, and hopefully it will happen soon.